The Forestry update has officially launched. It's been a couple hours since release, so at this point I've seen and done all of the events, so I at least somewhat know what I'm doing. So we're going to go ahead and throw 1 hour on the clock and see what kind of XP we're going to get alongside how many rewards and how many events we're going to see. If I go ahead and open up my Forestry kit, you can see I have no infused bark because I banked all of it. I have 10 bees on a stick, so I am eligible to spawn that event. 2 of the events don't require you to have any items, and then the 4th event is the Leprechaun one, but all it does is bank your log, so I'm not too worried about spawning that one. Other than that, the only other thing I have in here is the secateurs to help me spawn more leaves, and I currently have 0 leaves in the backpack. And for nostalgia's sake, we're actually going to go ahead and complete the full hour here at the Draenor Willow logs. So without further ado, let's throw an hour on the clock and get this thing started. And there we are, in a minute and a half in, we went ahead and spawned our first event. I'm actually going to throw on Entity Hider because you can't see absolutely anything with all of the people here. And for this event, you basically collect 3 different pieces of what spawns on the ground and then add your mulch to the struggling sapling. Then you can expect it, and your ideal is you want 100%, and if any of these are highlighted green, that means they're the correct item in the correct order. Sometimes people will post down in the chat like bark 2 and 3. So now we just need to figure out what the first item is, and then we'll collect bark twice and see if that is the 100% choice. No, it's not. And it's going to be green leaves and then bark. So we'll collect green leaves, and then we'll collect bark twice. And we should get major XP and 100%. That's what you're going for. So now all we're going to do is collect this and do this over and over again. Somebody put this wizard right on top along with the logs. There we go. And basically all I'm going to do is repeat this process for the entirety of this event. And that went quick. And there's a 4k XP drop alongside 108 anima infused bark. A very solid start with our first event coming only 90 seconds into the start of the hour. And already here's our second event, and these are the tree roots. So what you're going to do for this event is chop these tree roots. There should be one that is glowing. That's the one we want to chop because it'll give us extra bark. Although I currently do not see it. There's the glowing one. So this is the one you want to chop because it gives you more XP. And instead of 2 anima bark, I'm now getting 6 for this one. A very hot start considering this is only like 2.5 minutes after the first event just ended. We're not even 5 minutes in yet. We've already seen 2 different events. Should probably use my special attack. And one thing I did forget to mention at the start of the video is I'm currently 83 woodcutting, just to put that in reference. All you're going to do is just keep bouncing around and chopping the glowing tree roots every time they go back down and respawn up in different locations. And there it was. That's the end of that one. The only unfortunate part of that event is there's no big XP drop at the end like some of the others. And there's the third event. We have another mulch event. We're at the 6 minute and 45 mark. We are absolutely cooking through events right now. There we go, the 100% on this one was the green leaves, the mushrooms, and then the droppings. I'll spare you all the other details until we get the massive XP drop at the end to see how many bark we end up getting. And just like that, there's another near 4k XP and 100 anima infused bark. These events are spawning quick and they're getting depleted very quick. And not even a minute later, we spawned another mulch event. We're at the 15-minute mark, sitting at roughly 130k woodcutting XP per hour. As you can see right here, the Leprechaun event actually just spawned, and all it is there's a talk to and then a deposit. You can run up the deposit, select yes, and he'll just bank your entire inventory of logs. So far in this 15 minutes, we've seen 6 events, with this Leprechaun being the 6th one. And the reason my XP rates looked so drastically high is because a majority of those have been the mulch event. And that event itself, with how fast it gets completed, is far and away the most XP per hour. And here it is, our 7th event is actually the bee event. Not sure if I triggered it myself, but with this event, the whole entire goal is to transfer the pollen between 2 different plants. So as you can see, we just got it from that flower, so now we need to find the second flower we can deliver it to. You just keep checking each individual one. There's the XP drop, so now we need to go back and forth between these 2 flowers. And we're just going to constantly repeat this process until both of these flowers bloom, and then we'll have to move on to 2 different ones. There we are, those flowers just bloomed, so now we need to find the 2 new ones. There's our XP drop, so now we need to find the second one, and here we are. So now we just get to bounce back and forth between these 2. And there's the B event completed, and we got 5.5k woodcutting alongside 144 bark. That event itself far and away takes the most time in comparison to the others, but I'm not sure if it was designed that way or if a majority of the players just don't know how to do it yet. Just past the halfway point, and so far we have 57k woodcutting XP, and we've seen 9 events. Well, right there was the hour threshold, but we also just spawned an event, so we're going to go ahead and finish this event. We'll throw this in at the very end, so we might be doing like an hour and 2 minutes. Oh, this is the goated flower setup for the bees. There's the bee event finished, and the clock stops at just under an hour and 4 minutes. And with the hour completed, we finished with almost exactly 100k woodcutting XP. We ended up receiving 16 events. 5 of them were bee events, 2 were leprechauns, 5 were roots, and then 4 were saplings. Unfortunately, there is some kind of glitch going on right now where some of the events you don't end up getting the big XP drop at the end. As of me recording this, they are aware of the glitch and they're currently working to fix it. I ended up hopping to a less populated world for the last 10 or so minutes because I ended up getting back-to-back events where I didn't get XP. So realistically, I only got XP in 14 of these 16 events, so my XP per hour could have been a little bit higher. Either way, if we go ahead and open up our forestry kit, we end up getting 2,158 bark in that 1 hour, alongside 217 willow leaves, 20 yew leaves, and 60 magic leaves. You can use these leaves alongside some cooked meat to make forester rations, or you can also sell these on the Grand Exchange. I do not know what they're currently going for, but I did see some chatter earlier that magic leaves were selling for like between 5 to 10k GP. Cannot confirm or deny, but it is well worth trying to chuck those in the GE if you do get them. And with that hour done, it looks like we are only roughly another hour away from being able to purchase the log basket, which is essentially basically the fish barrel of woodcutting. In my opinion, probably one of the better reward items you can get from this entire update. But either way, there is 1 hour of forestry completed. If you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful, consider dropping a like. And if you're around here often and not already, hit that subscribe button. And with that, I'll catch you guys in the next video.